Oh, hello. Hi, it's me, Erin. Real quick video. I'm going to show you how to make salad dressing. This is a skill that everybody should have, and I use the word skill very loosely because it's very easy, one of the easier culinary tasks that you can take on, and it makes a big difference. I like everybody to stay away from commercial dressings and sauces. Those are typically made with these industrial seed oils that are highly inflammatory. They're made out of canola oil or soybean oil or vegetable oil. Generally speaking, these oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which we know to be inflammatory in high doses. And we want people to have a bit more of the healthy fat, the omega-3 fatty acids. So just in trying to shift that omega-6 omega-3 ratio back into balance, we can do that in two ways, and one of them is bring down your sixes and bring up your three. Believe it or not, just swapping out your salad dressings is a really quick and easy way to just get that going for you. And it's just about changing really the oil source. If your commercial grocery stores were going to start carrying dressings made of better oils, this would solve a lot of problems. My number one go-to dressing for any vegetable dish, whether they're raw vegetables in a salad or roasted vegetables or steamed. I wouldn't eat steamed vegetables. Why? I mean, they're okay, I guess, as long as you put like a lot of butter on them, right? But to make vegetables taste good, you just need a little something on there, right? That something can be anything. It can be butter and salt. It can be a dressing, which we can make. It can be whatever your taste buds like. There's no right or wrong. But just try to keep those things in the whole foods realm, and then you're just making an extra good choice. If we concoct a salad dressing or vegetable dressing that's made out of great quality fats and other nice whole food products, then we're getting extra nutrition over and above the awesome nutrition of vegetables. And I mean, that's not a bad thing, right? So fundamentally, a salad dressing needs really two ingredients to work: an acid and an oil. My favorite oils are going to be things like olive oil. I have avocado oil here. I have coconut oil. I found a liquefied version of coconut oil. Seems to be pretty clean and good. Yeah, this olive oil. Have you guys heard the mafia olive oil thing? Like the mafia is running the olive oil business like from the ground up. So like 85% of commercial olive oils in the store are like soybean oil or something. It blows my mind. It's like, come on, there's nothing sacred. Damn you. But I did read a press release that this brand, Colavita, one of the more generic brands, they sent out a press release saying, no, we were named in that 60 Minutes episode as one of the brands that, was mafia infiltrated, but we're good. So I'm gonna use up this last bottle, and then I'm probably not gonna buy too many more olive oils from the grocery store. That's just weird. I've been using avocado oil almost exclusively lately because I really like the taste of it. It mixes so well. It's got a nice smoke point for roasting. It tastes really good on vegetables. I actually put avocado oil on avocados. What? So when you're mixing an acid and an oil, here's a really, really easy tip. Just go 1-to-1. So however much oil you put in that much acid. So for the acids can be, typically we go down the vinegar line, or lemon juice is a good one, right? So I told you my favorite dressing is an oil, like olive oil lemon juice combination, and it couldn't be easier. This is a generic lemon juice. Sometimes I buy organic lemon juice, sometimes I don't. Depends what grocery store I have time to stop in at, and some of them just don't carry the good ones. So I mean, I can roll the dice on a generic conventional lemon juice and feel okay about that. But like vinegar wise, the world is your oyster. I mean, what have I got here? I've got a red wine vinegar, I've got a balsamic vinegar, I've got apple cider vinegar, I've got a champagne vinegar, this is like a fruit vinegar that I found. It's like vinegar infused with strawberries. I haven't opened it, but I think I could make some really nice, obviously like a berry vinaigrette for a spinach salad in the summertime or something. Lots of options on the vinegar. The vinegar choice will really change the taste of your dressing. I think red wine vinegar is one of my favorite actually to make dressings out of. So that's a basic dressing: an oil and an acid. You pick your acid, you pick your oil, shake it up, go to town. And that could be enough. If you're making an oil acid dressing, if you want to just step it up a little notch, like some of this pre-chopped garlic is nice. Like chuck a little bit in there and you can have like a garlicky dressing if you like the flavor of raw garlic. I mean, that right there makes a change that might be the game changer for you. And that one's really good on roasted veggies, yeah. I'm gonna make a little bit more complex dressing for you now. Again, I use the word complex very loosely, just it's not, okay? Because there's actually 2 additional sort of flavor layers you can add to a homemade dressing if you want, beyond the vinegar acid thing. And those 2 flavors would be sweet and tangy. So I'm just gonna get started by making something here. I'm gonna use actually my garlic jar as my holder. So starting with, I'm gonna get a little mixing container. So I've got myself a little mason jar here. And I'm going to start with the oil and the vinegar. And just to be really simple, I'm going to go with olive oil, just so I can use it up. This one's not Mafia, I told you guys that. So just pour in however much, and I'm not going to make a lot because why would you you could make a lot. You could make this whole jar full of dressing and then have dressing in the fridge. I'm going to actually go with the red wine vinegar. Like I said, I'm a big fan. So I put in that much oil. I'm going to put in that exact same amount of vinegar. All you do is you kind of pour until you feel like you got the right amount. And they will separate eventually, but you can eyeball it pretty good. And you can see that my oil is up there, my vinegar's going down there, and it's looking a little bit vinegar dense, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be tasting this as we go, right? So the thing that adds the tangy flavor layer, which I always thought was really interesting, is like a hot mustard or a Dijon mustard. But this is like this is a staple ingredient if you're going to be making like more complex dressings. You gotta have this mustard in there. So I'm gonna put in like a blob of mustard. Again, you decide how you want it to taste. You add more of what you need, okay? I'm gonna add a sweet layer to it too because like for me, this kind of a dressing I'd put on like a really dense field green salad, and I wanted to have a little bit of sweetness just to take the, kind of that sort of planty edge off the frisee and all those other radicchios and things that are in those mixed field green bins. So I've got a few different kinds of honey here. This one I bought at a farmer's market. It's really beautiful. It's raw honey from an almond orchard, I guess. So these bees are pollinating the almond trees. So this honey actually has like an almondy flavor to it. It's pretty cool. And then I just have regular organic raw honey, which I'll just put a bit of that in. So just, again, we're eyeballing like whatever flavor you think you like, and just start with some, not too much because you can always add. You can always change the ratios. So if you're like, oh, I put too much honey and all I can taste is honey, well then bump everything else up. We'll get to that, don't worry. So shake it. Okay, now you gotta taste it. You gotta give it a taste. That's really important. You gotta like it. Like, newsflash, it doesn't taste good. The dominant flavor I'm getting here, not surprisingly, is vinegar. Getting a vinegar flavor and a watery kind of vinegar texture. And some people really like the taste of vinegar, so that could be where you stop. Me, I want it to be a little creamier, a little bit more of a pleasant mouthfeel. I'm going to pour a bit more oil in. So my dressing is going to get bigger when I pour more stuff into it. That's okay. I definitely want a bit more oil, and I think I definitely want a bit more honey. The mustard thing, I couldn't really taste the mustard, but I didn't really want it to have a tremendous mustard taste anyway. Okay. Still seems kind of watery. Like I want it to be a bit creamier. So what do you think? If I want it to be creamier, what do I have to add, right? It's just too much vinegar. Damn it. More oil. I'm gonna put more oil. And more honey. And more mustard, because I want it to be creamy, and that was the answer to my quiz question a second ago, was what's going to make this creamier? The answer is the creamy mustard. Rocket science. All your rocket science right here, people. Make sure the lid is on tight. This would be a mess in my brand new kitchen. See, it sounds creamier. Yeah. Sounds creamier. Feeling good about the sound of this dressing. Oh yeah. Perfect. I'm done. But this is a really fresh dressing, and so everything I put in there was a whole food, right? I got my non-Mafia olive oil, red wine vinegar, Dijon mustard, and raw honey, and I got a little jar of salad dressing, and that was really easy. Yeah, I really can't stress it enough, guys. I mean, I'm not culinary. I'm not a culinary person. I'm a foodie in the sense that I like to watch the Food Network. You don't have to go to the specialty balsamic vinegar store. You don't have to get your olive oil from the Mediterranean direct. You don't have to have raw honey from the farmer's market and harvested from bees that live on an almond orchard. I've made myself kind of cringe when I said that. These things are pantry staples. Vinegar, oil, lemon juice, garlic, honey, mustard. Like, you have this stuff at your house. I know you do. You want to get healthy. You want to get happy. That may be why you hired somebody like me or came to this page to watch this video, because you just want to be happy and healthy effortlessly, maybe. This is one small, easy step. This immediately takes your vegetable dishes to an uber nutritious place. We talk a lot about nutrients, but we also want to talk about anti-nutrients. A high omega-6 oil, like a soybean oil, canola oil, they're very high in anti-nutrients. And what an anti-nutrient is not simply something that's just not nutritious. An anti-nutrient is actively drawing nutrition away from you. It actually impedes nutrition. So the nutrition of your veggies that you're having, and kudos to you for eating more veggies, we all need to, is actually being diminished by the anti-nutrient properties of those high omega-6 oils. What we've created here is more, not only not anti-nutrient, but it's more nutrient dense. Is it a big deal to eat commercial salad dressings? Yeah. It's a bigger deal to eat it than it is to make your own. Does that make sense? Like, if you had it on the scales, like, buying salad dressing is very easy, but actually making it's pretty easy too, and it's healthier. So it wins, right? Anyway, just a small tip. That's how you do it. Make salad dressing. So do it. Pretty easy, I thought.